Oh, hello, people. You haven't seen me for a little while, have you? Well, I thought I'd just do a quick one tonight. See who's around. Not really been doing much, to be honest with you. Got a new doctor, new GP, new surgery. My other one sent me an email saying that it's closing down, so I had to find a new GP. So I made an appointment. Got to see an Irish doctor. Very Irish. I can't understand what he's saying half the time, but yeah, he been going through all my notes, and he's dealing in my medical issues one by one. Last thing he done was give me some blood pressure medication because my blood pressure seems to be kind of high at the moment. And I had to take one every night before I go to bed, along with my medication, my antidepressant tablets. So this is called Ramipil, or whatever it is, for high blood pressure. So yeah, you know, he said to me, like, you know, he's kind of concerned about me, you know, my mental health issue, because I told him about the neighbours upstairs being hell of a lot of bloody noisy, you know, kind of thing, and they're just like really stressing me out. I think the first time I went there was because my eyes were all puffed up and swollen. He said, like, you know, I'd need some eye drops, but he didn't subscribe me any, so I had to go and buy some. And that's the first time I saw him. The second time I saw him, he said my eyes look a bit better, which they do feel a bit better actually. Not as gritty and itchy like they were before. But he's asked me to do like a documentation on my blood pressure. So I've got one of these blood pressure machine things. And what I've got to do every day is take a reading and jot it down. So if it's like 130 over 95, I have to put like 130 over 95 and state how I'm feeling, whether I'm stressed, depressed, anxiety, bored, tired, fed up, whatever. So I've been doing that. So yeah, I've been keeping busy doing that. Hello, Angela. So I've been keeping busy doing that. Still get a lot of noise from upstairs. I did ring up my housing association actually and complained about it. And I told them I emailed them twice about a year ago. And they said, well, we did get something, but we had no audio proof that, or any kind of like evidence, you know, for us to look into it. So it got closed. So now what I've got to do is, I spoke to the housing association, what's going on, and she wrote it all down. I told her about, you know, my medical as well, that I'm getting high blood pressure because of the noise, you know, stressed me out. So she told me to download this app, which is like an application for loud noises. And what it does, it allows you to record 30 seconds of what's going on upstairs, like whether it's banging, shouting, screaming, you know, whatever. And they said, like, what you do is you record it and then you actually send it to a specific link, whatever kind of thing. Now, I've been doing it over the last week, and there's about 8 audio files there, which, would you believe, is still waiting to be reviewed. I also like sent them a copy of my medical letter, which the doctor sent me as well. Well, he actually wrote me a letter out. Because he said it'd be an idea if you sent a copy to the council and the house association, Well, I know the cows. I want to do this squat anyway, so I've spoken to them before. Hello, hologram. Welcome to America. Welcome from America to the United Kingdom. So yeah, I've got a letter from the doctor as well, and I did send a copy over to the Housing Association. But with this app, this audio app, I'm still waiting for them to review it and see what's going on. She did say, like, you know, it might take about 5 or 6 days. You know, she did try to send or contact the local housing association person when I was on the phone to her last week, but she couldn't get through. So she left a message and said, like, you know, there's an email waiting for her, but I've not heard nothing from it. So she did say, well, you know, she might send them a letter or ring them up or go directly to them, or she might contact you first, come and speak to you, then go to them. But I've not heard anything from them. But next week, I won't really have to worry about so much noise because I'll be out most of the time. How many days for, I don't know. So I'm on one of these Crown prosecution jury service things. The first day is going to be next Monday, and they said it could be 3-5 days, could be weeks even, you know, kind of thing. So I wasn't sure about going actually because of my mental health issue. Because if you've got mental health issues, you don't have to go. But if they find out that your mental health issue isn't as bad as you say it is, they can like summon you and like fine you and send you in prison, and like it's like £1,000 fine. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go there because I want to like kind of get that experience of being like a jury member. As you know, I was in court not long ago anyway, trying to prosecute someone, which fucking didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. But I'm actually going to be prosecuting or defending someone starting from next week. The only thing is, I'm not allowed to disclose or say anything about it when I'm there, which is a bit of a bummer. But I've been watching the videos on it, and they say that, you know, while you're there, you're not allowed to put anything up on social media, talk about it to your friends, family, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you know, kind of thing, because they get to find out you can be in, you know, very serious trouble. So, but on the video I did watch, they said after the, you know, you finish your jury service, you are allowed to say some things about it, but you're still not allowed to give out names and what the actual crime is all about. So I'm kind of like looking forward to going there, because in that way, you know, I won't be sitting indoors listening to the fucking bullshit noise upstairs. You know, because I think it's going to be up to about, well, I've got to be there 8:45 on the first day, yeah. Now, you know, court proceedings can start from 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and finish, you know, around about 5-6 o'clock in the evening. So, you know, I'm going to be out most of the day, so I won't have to listen to their bullshit. But you know, I ain't really been doing much actually. You know, I've just been kind of sitting and playing a couple of video games, going out, doing a bit of shopping. Shopping's gone up, man, I tell you. Rhoda can tell you. You know, fucking amount of cost, things have gone up. You know, even bog roll has gone up. Like, I think I used to get bog roll for like $2.99. Packet of 9. It's now $3.99. Pork shoulders used to be $1.75 for 4. That's now gone to £2.70. Chicken breasts, I used to like eating chicken breasts, but that used to be $2.69. It's now $3.99. Ham, sliced chicken ham or sliced, you know, shoulder ham or whatever. That used to be $1.75. That's now $2.65. Cheese used to be $1.75. That's now $2.65. Cat food, I think it's still around about the same price. I can't really be dead on with that one. Milk, that's gone up. No, all the kind of food that, you know, humans need to either eat or survive on, yeah, has all gone up. Now, I used to get away from spending like £20, you know, £21 per week on shopping. I'm now paying like £30 or over £30. I think today's one was like £29.60 just for a bit of shopping. And I did add the cat food including that. That's like £5 for cat food. So you're talking about £24.95 on shopping, when, you know, months ago I would have probably got away with about £16, £17. I don't know what's gone. Oh, throat's gone a bit weird now. It's probably because I've been eating milk chocolate. Yeah, you know. Hello, Simon. We still do hangings here. Oh my God. In some countries, I think you do. And the old lethal injection and the old electric shock. Fuck that. We don't do it here. It's more like, you know, imprisonment until, you know, the day you die, or, you know, you're in a mental institution for the rest of your life. But I you know, so I don't know what, you know, I don't know what kind of case it's going to be when I go there. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be a murder case, really. I don't know why. Just, you know, I've been watching a lot of these like crime programs again on YouTube. You know, just like, you know, the serial killer kind of stuff and how they kind of like found the evidence and all that stuff. I would like to find, you know, trying to get into one of those kind of jury sessions. I didn't know you can actually pass notes over it. Like, if you've got a question, you can actually write down on a piece of paper and pass it to like one of the attendants in the court. And if the prosecutor or the one of the lawyers want to read it out, they can read it out. So I did watch, you know, a couple of videos on that, because you get the link sent to them, sent to you to watch when you get, you know, invited to be a juror. I would like, you know, a murder case would be fucking crazy interesting, I suppose. But I don't know how they operate. You know, they don't show you everything what they do in a court. I don't know if they show you, you know, like the evidence. I suppose they do in one way, but I don't think they show you all the evidence. I think you just have to sit and listen to, like, you know, the judges, I suppose, you know, like the solicitors, you know, like the defendant and the prosecutor. I know you can take notes and stuff like that, but when you take notes, those notes are left there when you leave. You can't take them home. You know, you could probably like sit and come home, sit and think about it, and like jot little notes down, you know, kind of like remembrance kind of thing, and then take them back in. But you're not allowed to talk about it. Not allowed to talk about it to anyone, you know, friends, family, loved ones, you know, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, all that shit. Not allowed to post anything on social media about it while it's going on. But after it's all done, I think within a couple of months after it's been done, you're allowed to talk about it, I suppose. You can't even, like, you know, when you're in the court, you can talk about it with the other, like, jurors, but when you leave the court, you're not allowed to, by law. So if you get caught out, you can end up in prison or get fined for, you know, like discussing something at the court's timing period or whatever. But still, never mind. I think it's a high court, yeah. Or is it magistrate? Can't tell you where it is. It's a Crown Court, so it's not a High Court. Yeah, it's just a Crown. So it might be something like trivial, like, you know, like a driving offence or something like either driving offence or a dispute about something. You know, it could be like something where someone's gone around beating someone up. Could be something to do with robbery. I don't know until I get there. You know, I didn't want to. You know, I kind of a mixed feelings about going because of my mental health issues. You know, I don't want to suddenly like start feeling ill halfway through, you know, like a court case, and then they have to find someone else to take the place. I did note that, you know, on some of the government websites, it states that, you know, a court juror, you know, going to court and being a juror is classed as working, but another one says it's not working. But it's best to let the DWP know about it in a job centre, which I have done. I actually emailed the on my I can't even fucking talk tonight, on my journal about it 2 months ago when I got the letter. And I said, oh, you're like, you know, just let us know nearer the day because you'll have to go to the job centre. Well, I went to the job centre last week and I just gave them a copy of the letter. And, you know, I said, I don't know if it's class as working. She goes, no, it's not class as working. You know, because I'm not getting paid for it. You know, the only money I'll be getting is like a refund on my travel cost and food costs. That's it. You know, if I had kids, you know, at a younger age and I had to have someone to look after them and pay for it, then I'll get that back. But all my kids have grown up, so the only thing I need to like get refunded is my travel costs and my food costs. So, and a good thing is there ain't no dress code there. You know, you can go in jeans and t-shirt, whatever you feel comfortable in. I think the first day I'll go will probably, you know, be dressed up in my suit. The next day I'll be in jeans and t-shirt. And then the following day I'll be in another pair of jeans and a different t-shirt, you know, kind of thing. So there ain't no dress code. The only thing you can't do is wear a hat. Unless you're Muslim, then you can wear one of those headscarves. It's a trivial case. The thing is, though, right? If I do one now, they could always call me up on another case next year if I fancy doing it another time, you know, because I think they give you the option if you want to like go into another case. So I'll probably say yes. But if it's just a Crown Court, I think it's just going to be a trivial one, like, you know, speeding or, you know, accident or, you know, like I don't know, but like you say, it'll probably be a trivial one. You know, how long it'll go on for, I don't think it'll take more than a week. Depends on, like, you know, the other jurors, you know, like some might find the person guilty while some might find them not guilty, you know, and it could take time for everyone to come to a specific understanding. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to it, I suppose. I didn't have to say yes, but I thought, you know, the only reason I said yes is to get out of this fucking place, out of their bloody noise. No, because like time I get home, if I'm there from like 9 o'clock every morning till like 5-6, say so like 5 o'clock, and I get home at 6. I think their kids usually go to bed around about 8 o'clock. So I've only got 2 hours of bullshit noise on them upstairs each day when I come back. But once it's finished and over and done with, I'm going to get more fucking bullshit noise, aren't I, really? Maybe I might get to know one of their solicitors over there and ask him for free legal advice about their noise. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? She's sleeping. But, you know, even the Crown Court could always turn up and, like, transfer it to a High Court case. but then if it gets transferred over to High Court, I suppose they have different jury then. I don't know how it works out, to be honest with you. I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to doing one because it's going to give me that little bit more experience, in learning a little bit about the law, I suppose. The only thing is, when you go there, you got to show proof of ID. And I don't have like a driving license. I don't have a photo ID. I don't have my passport. Where the fuck that is, I don't know. And that's a very old passport. So what I've got to do is take copies, like letters with me name and address on, and shit like that. So it says here, first 10 days, more than 4 hours, right? Days of jury service. Hours at court each day, more than 4 hours. Total you can claim per day for loss of earnings and care costs is £64, right? But I won't get any of that. All I'll be probably getting at the end of the time is like my travel cost and cost of food, I suppose. If I was like to use public transport, I get the cost of the ticket at the standard return fare rate, yeah. If I was using a bicycle, I can claim 9.6p per mile. Wow. Motorcycle, 31p 0.4 per mile. Car, 31.4p per mile. Car with other juror as a passenger. So if someone was a juror and lived next to me, and I can get a lift, instead of them getting the 31 pence 4p, 31.4p, and they picked me up and took me there, they would get 35.6p. So it's like 1.2p per extra mile. Taxi, the fare. Ask the court for permission before using the taxi. Well, I could always go to get there the first day and say, look, I can't keep walking around, and I have to use a walking stick, which I do sometimes. Sometimes I can't walk far enough to get to the bus stop. I might have to order a taxi, and I could probably claim for a taxi. Hours at court each day, £5.71p. If it's over 10 hours, it's £12.17p. But that's right for loss of earnings per hour. But the only thing I've got to do before I go is print out a bigger map of where the court is. Because the little map they gave me, I can't even fucking read it. But after court, I won't be doing much more, I don't think. I'll just be sitting at home and playing some more gaming. I've not been out lately to my bushcraft or metal detecting for a couple of weeks because the weather's been shitty. We had all that hot, nice, beautiful, sunny weather that gave you sunstroke and dehydration. Now it's like freezing cold and pissing down the rain and hurricane winds. We had a really bad wind yesterday. It was like, thunderstorms. The rain was quite heavy. The wind, you can hear like blowing a howl. Crazy last night. We had a little bit of wind and rain today as well, but last night was really bad. Hello, Mark. I need to go and get another drink. I wouldn't mind a coffee, but lately coffee's been making me want to crap. I don't know why. Coffee making me want to go for a crap. A shit, a dump, a poop, a number 2. So, although I bought milk today, I doubt I'm making any coffee now. I'll take my knife out where I peeled some oranges earlier and just get me another bottle of orange squash or blackberry squash or whatever it is. Oh God, it's got to stick up. So, someone asked me not long ago, yeah. This is diluted as well. I put about that much, kind of like this black currant and fruit juice. Put about that much in there, and I just top it up with water. You know, on some of my videos, you know what I've been talking about, you know, not doing the paranormal, yeah. I still get asked time to time, when you're going to do your next ghost box, when you're going to do your next haunted doll, when you're next day out doing a paranormal. I told you guys I'm not doing it anymore. I ain't going to be doing paranormal anymore. Well, not this year anyway. I've got to sit down and think about it next year if I want to do it anymore. When I get top, you know, I've had plenty of time to do my living room, yeah, but the noise from upstairs is so, you know, immense sometimes. It's so loud that when I want to try to do something, it kind of like distracts me. It gets me annoyed and angry. And sometimes I say, fuck this, and I'll go out. Unless it's pouring rain and I won't go out. I'll just sit and turn the telly up and fall. But no, maybe next year I'll sit down and think about it, and if I get back into doing it, I'll let you know. But no, this year I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to go to any cemeteries, which I do want to do. I was planning to do a couple of cemetery visits, but I did say that if I go there, I'm not going to be doing any kind of like ghost hunt there, you know, like EVP, taking in my equipment or anything there. Just be like a video. But I don't even want to be doing any of that right now. No, I want to go back and do the one at Colliers Wood down near St George's Hospital. But I haven't even done that yet. Now, there are things I want to do, you know, but I don't know if I want to do it as in like proper paranormal stuff. I just don't think I've got the love for it, to be honest with you, anymore. To be honest with you. I don't feel that there's any spiritual kind of like energy around. You know, I do feel stuff around me sometimes still. I still might feel that, you know, like someone sitting on a bed watching me, or, you know, you might hear that voice in your head, or you might hear that little knock, tap, squeak, whatever. You know, a couple of times things are falling on the floor at the bottom of the bed, but I'm pointing down to me fidgeting too much, you know. So I've had to pull the stuff away from the bed. But yeah, you're right there, Andrea. I need to get myself sorted first. But you know, with these people upstairs, you know, it's just driving me fucking insane. You know, I can't go out when it's pissing down the rain and freezing cold. I don't want to end up like getting pneumonia and like, you know, end up in bed sick for days and weeks. A couple of times I have thought about getting the Ouija board out and doing a little session. But then when I think about it, I think, well, if I do it, I want to record it, but I don't want to record it. So if I don't record it, I don't want to do it. If I do it, I want to stream it. But I don't feel like I really want to stream it. You know, you get those kind of like thoughts in your head that you want to do something, but then you get those other thoughts in you saying, oh, well, you don't really want to do it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You want to do something, but you don't want to do it. And when you do want to do it, you don't know if it's the right time to do it or not. So, people with mental health issues have a hard time in kind of like sorting themselves out in the brain, I suppose. Because there's other things I want to do in life, but I know I'm not going to be able to do it. Mainly because I can't afford to do it and go to the place I want to go to. Because it's all travel costs and whatnot, and I don't have the money for travel. No, I really wanted to do fishing this year, but I couldn't afford to do the fishing. There's like a £35 fishing licence, then I needed like the £35 for the permit for Clapham Common. And I just didn't have the money for it. As I said, I'm not saying there's nothing in here. I think there is something still around, but I can't prove it, And I'm not going to sit here doing stream after stream after stream, trying to find out if there is something in here. Because there's a good possibility that if there is something in here, they might not want to do anything to prove that they are here. I was just laying here in my bed the other day, actually, and as you know, I used to be able to communicate with Abby and Tina quite a lot. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, Abby, you still around? Tina, you still around? And I used to, like, I know some people say, it's in your head, you're fucking mental. But I used to feel like they used to be around quite a lot, but now, because I'm not doing nothing, I feel that they've moved on, they're doing something else. And they'll only come back when I ask them to come back, if they want to come back. I think that, Abby, which was the highest one, that helped me out quite a lot and told me a lot of things. I think she's kind of like moved away from now. But if I called her, I'm pretty sure she would come back and like communicate with me. Tina, I don't even feel like Tina's very much, actually. But I do feel that there is someone or something that's trying to like communicate with me, but I'm not open enough to receive that communication. It's like, let's put it this way here. You go out and you meet someone, and that person wants to be your friend, but you don't know if you want that person to be your friend because you don't know much about them. They're complete strangers to you. And I know that, over time you've got to meet them and talk to them and, met them over like a couple of dozen times. They told you a bit about their self, their family, their life and that. Then, it's them and you putting trust in each other. Can you really put your trust in spirit? Because like spirits can manipulate you, can't they? You could be thinking that you're communicating with a nice, friendly spirit, yeah. And it's like with children, it's like with kids, I suppose like with their imaginary friends, they think that they're talking to a nice, friendly spirit, and over time that nice, friendly spirit can turn out to be a real evil motherfucker, kind of thing. How do we know, like, when you meet a nice person outside and you think, that person's going to be, a really good friend, how do we know that that person ain't, a real evil motherfucker, just trying to pretend that they're a nice person? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't download StreamYard, you just go to StreamYard and register. And that's it. But I do think there's still something around. But I don't think it's Abby or Tina. I think it's like something completely different. And I suppose with the the stress, anxiety, depression that I've got, you can create something in your own head, I suppose. Like you think that there's something there, and it kind of like in one way you think it might be good, but it could be evil. Or it could just be like something kind of like mischievous. So I don't know. How do you know? How do you know if any spirit that we communicate with is a good spirit? You think that's because you talk to a spirit over a matter of years and years and years, like I have with Abby and Tina, and God knows how many spirits I've spoken to. Yeah, how do we really know that they are good spirits? They could be something evil, manipulating you, pretending they're good spirits, and then suddenly there's going to be time that I can just turn around and like bite you in the arse and cause you shit, possess you, make you go violently ill, attack you or whatever. I don't fucking know. Nah, it ain't cursed. It wasn't even haunted when I bought it. The African doll. It's just something that I wanted as a prop. I thought that it had some kind of like spiritual attachment to it. The person I bought it from said that they feel kind of freaked out with it, and they just wanted it out. They said something about they feel that they're getting like paranormal activity, but after looking at it and I thought, well, even if it's haunted or not, it's okay with me because I wanted to get it, and I could like do some sessions with it, see if there was anything attached to it. But when I got it, I didn't get that vibe. I was a little bit annoyed that I didn't get what I wanted from it, but it's more of a object, more of a kind of like something that I can sit beside, put beside me and freak you like that, kind of thing. Let's do that. Got that doll's fucking haunted, it's creepy as hell. Get rid of it. It's demonic. Nah, bollocks. It ain't fucking haunted. It ain't demonic. There's nothing attached to it. It's just being used as a prop now. Prop. Hold on. Apparently, right, this, right, I still have it. This is supposed to be some kind of like voodoo fertility doll, would you believe? It did have something else there, but kind of like a spear, I think it was. And like a witch doctor used to use it as a fertility kind of like spell, amongst the African women. And he used to put a spell on the women to get them pregnant. Some people think like, oh, that's a voodoo doll. Well, it might be classed as a voodoo doll, but it's not a voodoo doll as in, casting real negative, curses and spells towards people. It's kind of like made as a fertility, kind of like spiritual energy, and like the witch doctors would like get all their kind of like what I called plants and seeds and all that kind of stuff and liquids, and kind of put it in one of those like little bowls and kind of like mix it all up and I think sometimes it's either like sprinkled over a woman, or sometimes they made it drink it, or they put it in the food and make them eat it with the food. When I saw this, I thought, and I asked questions, do you think that's haunted? Oh, it's haunted, okay, I've got it. And usually I feel, energies from things. And the only energy that I felt from this was, I suppose, a positive kind of energy. I don't think it was ever used as like negative to cast, evil, demonic, voodoo spells on anyone. Because otherwise, I would have felt that. I didn't feel any of that. I felt more kind of like, not a lot, but a small amount of kind of positive. Because that's what it was supposed to be used for, positive. I'm not turning around and going to say, well, maybe that was used for like, black magic and, like negative energies and stuff like that. I never felt that. That's been sitting right next to my dad's ashes since I've had it. Oh, I fucking know it's gone up too quick. Hang on a minute. Let me scroll up. I can feel my best friend around me in a warmth. Yeah, I sometimes feel my dad's about, I think he's more kind of over at my daughter's place, looking after his grandkids, making sure they're okay. I had a little bit of a complaint from my daughter the other day. I'm not going to say what it's about, but it's between her and her mother. And I've always said her mother was an evil bitch. And she, with my ex-wife, I had like about, I suppose, 15, 16 years of happy marriage. But then her friends started causing problems and lying about me and slandering me and all that shit. And that's when everything went down, kind of thing. Even at the wedding, my daughter's soul wedding, she never said hello to me. She didn't kind of acknowledge me or anything. She's just like, gave me a bit of a dirty look sometimes, saying, what the fuck are you doing here? But I completely ignored her because I wasn't going to ruin my daughter's wedding. I just didn't say nothing to her. And I was watching one of the videos the other day of me dancing with my daughter, and my son-in-law was dancing with his mum, and you could hear, my ex-wife sing along with the song. I thought, my God, I wish you would shut the fuck up. She's ruining the song. Kind of thing. She can't really sing. She likes to try. We all used to muck around with the old karaoke machine, and there were certain songs that I liked listening to, and there was one which I really liked. Lady in Red, Christy Berg, I think it was Christy Berg, Lady in Red. I'd love to play, listen to that song. I'd love to try to sing it on karaoke, but that's when I was with my ex-wife, kind of thing, because I always thought that sung that song towards her, kind of thing. But if I hear it or someone says, "Oh, would you like to sing?" I'll go, "Fuck off, no way," not on your fucking Nelly. But you've been fed. If you keep meowing, you're going out. Because this is the thing about my cat. She always has to meow and want attention done when I do a live stream, and I can't be doing that. I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing and what I'm saying. So if I concentrate on her, I'm just going to forget what I'm talking about, which I sometimes do. I talk a load of shit anyway, but that's the way I am, kind of thing. So I've been stalking Mark, and it's scary stuff. At first, I thought it was funny, serious and nasty. I think I've been stalked in the past. Angela stalks me on here. That's why she said to me the other day, she goes, "When are you going to do another stream, Steve? I miss you. I need my fix with you. I need my fix with your stream, Steve. I'm getting bored." I thought, you poor cat. Who wants to fucking see me stream? You know, I'm such a boring bastard anyway. I talk about shit anyway. You know, has there ever been a time I've had a decent conversation about anything, Angela? Anything apart from, you know, the murder mysteries and unsolved cases, you know, with Rose and a few other people. I saw one doll with a bashed face that belonged to a YouTuber. It brought terror to the person's family. They got rid of it, but I thought of it often. Yeah, you've had a couple of dolls from me, haven't you, Angela? Did you ever get any kind of paranormal activity for them? Now, I'm going to be kind of like nice to you, Angela, yeah? When I get to sort my room out, I'm going to start packing all my dolls up in boxes, yeah? Now, I'm not going to say what ones I'm going to give away, but there might be a couple might give away. And one of those giveaways will be going to you. And it won't be a negative one, it'll be a positive one. If you want a negative one, if I've got one which has got negativity on it, then I'll send it to you. But I don't think there's any there which has got negative energies to them. I think they're all more positive. But when that'll be, I've got no idea, you know, because with this court thing coming up now, you know, I could be there a week, 2 weeks, I don't know. I'm not going to rush myself, you know. Every time I start to go in there to do something, yeah, the noise starts up. And once that noise starts up, it puts me off. It, you know, it kind of like distracts me. I lose concentration. I forget what I was going to do. And that's it. Because I was actually going to go in there Sunday, just gone. And the noise started up. And I thought, I can't be fucking bothered now. Because the noise was above me in, you know, like in the living room. Because what they done, right, their bedroom used to be like my bedroom. And their living room was their living room. Because she's got 5 kids and a husband and herself here, because of the noise, she said, like, she's moved the bedroom over to the big living room because it's bigger and, you know, you can get all the beds in there, yeah. But now this above me is a living room, but this is my bedroom still. So when I get to time to start sorting stuff out, if they are actually living in that end of the room and it's not so noisy during the daytime, once it's all sorted out, I might even make that into a bedroom. Now, this is a living room. I don't know. But I do want to start sorting out those dolls. I'm not going to give a lot away because I'm kind of like attached to quite a few of them still. But there will be some dolls I'll be giving away. I know I owe Rose 4 or 5 dolls. I think there's 2 box ones I promised Rose. I've got some paranormal gear I was supposed to be giving to Rose. I just, you know, I was supposed to have sent that stuff up to Rose months ago. And I can only apologise that I've not done it. It's not so much I ain't got the time to do it. I'm just so fucking down and bored and pissed off and angry and upset and like very depressed to do anything right now. So, you know, I hope to get that sorted out for her eventually. I can't do a bear and put one of those DC boxes in there because the DC box is too big for it to go in there. I've done some measurements and it wouldn't go in. So what I want to do is see if I've got a bear somewhere which is big enough and make my own version of the Boo Bear. But I've not even done no electronics for fucking months and months and months. Not built nothing new whatsoever. No, someone said to me, "Oh, will you build me one of your DC boxes?" Sorry, no, I just can't be asked. I can't even remember how to build them, to be honest with you. My cat just a pain in the fucking arse. I didn't even do nothing for Halloween this year either. Couldn't be bothered. Hello, Shrimpy. How are you, my darling? Long time no see. Yeah, I was thinking, like, like, if I'm going to get rid of some of the dolls, I'm not going to throw them away. I'm not going to take them down to the charity shop. I could hold on to them until next year and take them back to the car boot sale and sell them as like just normal dolls. No, I know there's a lot of dolls which haven't got any kind of like spiritual attachment to them now. Even if they did have, I don't think there's nothing attached to them. And I don't really want to be giving stuff away which has got spiritual attachments to them, because I don't know how it could turn out. I might feel like, a doll may have like positive spirit attachment attached to it, but I could give it to someone, and that person I give it to might end up having that positive spirit turn into a negative spirit and giving them, negative energy and causing problems in their own home. Because, like, in one way, like, you have a family, and like, you lived in the house for so and so and so long, yeah, and then your parents get up and say, "Oh, we're moving tomorrow," and you can say, "No, we like it here. No, we're moving. Don't like it anymore. We're moving." So they move. The kids get pissed off, don't they? Their happiness is now turned into like negativity, and that's how I see it with dolls. Like, and a lot of the dolls that I've had in the past haven't had any real spiritual activity or energy attached to them. Rose has told me in the past that she's bought dolls that she felt or read that had like, certain spiritual energy attached to them, and she got them and then went fuck all attached to them whatsoever. I know people that have, sold dolls on eBay. I sold a few, to get rid of them, because I knew there wasn't really much attachment to them, or I've done what I need to do to them, and I wanted to pass them on to someone else who can do their own kind of like experiments with them. But I know people on here that sold them on eBay for extortionate amount of money, saying that they've had activity. And I heard about them getting them, and there's been no activity attached to them at all. It's just like a story added onto them, make it like, sound as if the doll is really haunted, when it's not haunted. It's just a story. It's like when you go to a haunted location, people say so many things about this haunted house. You go there and you pay for it, and you don't get shit. Nothing. So, that's the way things are. That you will get kind of like fucking robbed and scammed and whatnot. You got a doll from Rose, good. I hope it's fucking like giving you all the bullshit that you deserve. No, not really. I've had dolls, I think even Tina's still attached to her doll sometimes. Just that she's not really active because I've not talking to them. I've not spoken to them. I've got a headache coming on. Oh shit. Oh, I've had a few headaches over the last few weeks. And I've always said that, with my headaches, especially my pounding headaches, it feels like, spirits want to like communicate, they're trying to get that attention seeking. But I don't think it's that half the time. I think it's just where I'm stressed out with all the fucking noise and bullshit that's been going on lately with them. Now, before she had her two smaller kids, yeah, there was noise, but it wasn't as bad. And yeah, I know kids will be kids, and run and play, but her kids are running and playing, jumping and banging, screaming, constantly for that whole fucking day. And she says that they're 2 years old. I think they're 3 years old. They're not even at school. They're not at preschool. They're not at nursery. They're stuck indoors every day. Practically every day of the week, these two small ones. And that's what's doing my head in, kind of thing. And before she had them kids, I gave her a computer and she gave me the cat. Well, I had the cat before I gave her the computer, and we was okay with each other. I was just laying here the other day, and I thought, I think she's got devil kids upstairs. I think they may be fucking possessed or something, because like before she had them 2 kids she's got now, her other kids weren't as bad. You'd hear a little bit of noise, running, jumping, a little bit of screaming and playing around, but since she's had these 2, it seems like, the kids from hell kind of thing, the kids from hell, someone like, put a curse on her kids and that's my payback or something. I don't know. I just love, of course I love you. Ow. My bloody tongue got stuck in my tooth then. Fucking noise. Yeah, I just said, Rose, I've still got your stuff here. I've just not boxed it up, and like, the equipment, I keep putting to one side and I keep fucking forgetting where I've put the damn things. Shut up, don't lay down. I do want to get your stuff. I can't, your bear that you sent me down, I can't put one of those DC boxes in there because it just won't fit in there. I've done all the measurements a few months ago, actually, and it will not fit in there. So what I'm going to do is, when I sort that fucking room out, if I find a bear big enough, then I'll put it in that bear and send you that bear up. But I do apologise, I'm not sending you anything up as yet. I know you've been waiting, and I can only apologise, my darling. But yeah, your radio's still knocking around somewhere. Actually, it's right underneath me. That's still here, ready to go. The old Roberts. That's been sitting under there for fucking months on my PlayStation 3. Probably got a bit dusty, but I know it works. I know Rose keeps saying about, trying to sell her house here, but no one can really buy it because, like, in America, if you've got a haunted house, you've got to, by law, tell the person that your house is haunted. Now, I don't know if that's like that in the UK. People probably bought places in the UK and, like, they get paranormal activity. But I'll tell you, if I had money, if I went out and bought a fucking lottery ticket tomorrow and I didn't mind moving away from my family, I'd try to strike up a fucking bargain with Rose. I say, hey, let me move into a hell house. I'll pay you rent or I'll buy the fucking house outright, kind of thing. And then I deal with fucking grumpy products myself. Might even fucking get rid of him and send him over to your other house. But if I ever came up with, like, if I ever, this is one of my dreams, right? Yeah. If I ever bought a lottery ticket and I won like 5 million or something, yeah, I'd like to buy 2 houses. One which is haunted, right? And one which has got like, a normal house which has got 3 bedrooms or something there. So I can use one as like a studio, one as like a room for my paranormal shit and whatnot. A haunted house one, I'd do like, I let people come down and they'll have to sign like it's like an affidavit, I suppose, in one way, that they followed by the rules, and they didn't follow by the rules, I can take them to court and sue them for, doing whatever they've done in there when they ain't supposed to do it, yeah. But I would like to have a haunted house where, I can investigate it and get other people to investigate as well. The other place I would like to get, like, a house with a bit of land, fields and woodlands, so I can, carry on doing my bushcrafting and milk detecting. I have like 10, 20 acres of land, kind of thing. Half the woodlands, half like, fields. And maybe, I could always rent out some of the fields to people who's got horses or something like that and build like a little stable down there. That's what I'd like to have, but that never happened in my lifetime. Not unless you can put a spell on me and I can become a rich millionaire overnight or something, dude. You know, never ask the devil for money because he'll want your soul in return. Let me go and put this back. I don't want it to get damaged. Another thing I'd like to do if I had the money is go on some of these like so-called spectacular ghost hunt things, you know. But the thing is, you need a lot of money because like you could go to a ghost invention kind of thing, you know, one of these haunted events, pay like 40 quid each to go and do it. And the thing is, they start at around about 9 o'clock and finish at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, if you are out in the middle of nowhere, how the fuck are you supposed to get there unless you had a car, which I don't have? So I'd have to go to the nearest town centre, get a taxi to take me to that location. So that's like a train to a town, in town from taxi to a haunted location, spend like the 4 or 5 hours that you're there. Then when you finish at 3 o'clock in the morning, which I think is fucking ridiculous because that's when the activity is supposed to start, you know, I'd need to get a taxi back to the train station, wait like 2 or 3 hours for the first train to turn up, and come all the way back. That's why I say I'd like to get my own haunted location if I could, you know. Or even if I had the money, if I'd ever come up with the money, I'd still do what I want to do is get like a haunted house. I'd also get like my own little place. Try to get in kind of like local to each other, so I ain't got to travel around too much. And then I'd also like try to get a little shop and start like, you know, I suppose them fucking idiots in America, Steve and whatever his fucking name is, you know, and you know, have a little kind of like paranormal business, you know, where, you know, people can come and say, well, my house is haunted, you know, can you come investigate it? And also teach people about the paranormal, especially equipment wise. Steve and Jason, you know, those two wallies. Now, I say there's nothing negative with that African doll. I would have felt it, you know, when I got it. It's just more of a prop than anything else. The only thing I've been putting in my fucking stomach is like pills for my high blood pressure, my antidepressants. I've been eating like a lot more oranges and apples lately. So that's what I've been doing, like eating a bit more fibre. Well, I eat those fibre bread things. So I've been having like cheese, ham, and fibre, some fatty crisps. I didn't even take my headache tablet, did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, I've been eating apples and oranges. I used to buy grapes, but the grapes have gone up too bloody expensive now. I've been eating like a lot more ham and cheese and a bit more bread and these fibre biscuit things. I can't remember what they're called. Crackers and other kind of bits and pieces. Kev getting into it a bit more, is he? Yeah, that's what I need to do. Is have a clean up. She'll probably send me fucking 20 pieces of fucking shit, and I won't have nowhere to put it because I've not sorted that living room out. I haven't even sorted this room out yet. Once I've done the living room, I'm going to put them all in boxes in dolls, yeah. And the ones that I like and want to keep and carry on, trying to use to try to communicate with any spirits attached to them, I will name them boxes. But the other dolls will just be put in normal boxes. And then, like, I ain't got no room in the cupboard in the hallway. So they'll still be in the living room, but they'll actually be all boxed and not all laid out and that they normally are, kind of thing, Then I've got like a load of games and consoles I need to get sorted out and throw away or give to charity. Kids' clothing, toys and other shit. Fucking God knows how many DVD movies I've got. About 300-400 of those I've got to sort out and get rid of them. It wasn't long, like earlier in the year, I threw like 3 boxes of DVDs, probably about 350 DVDs. They all got picked up from outside. Some fucker went and took them. Well, I thought, well, at least someone's got them. Actually, funny enough, you saying about Cannock Chase. I was going to watch a video on that the other night, but I decided not to. So I was watching crime thriller ones on Netflix. Like the old murders and mysteries and stuff like that. I was watching a bit about who's that fucking serial killer? The one who got killed by that black guy in prison. Can't remember his fucking name now. But I watched that the other night. I was going to watch a bit of Ted Bundy, but I wanted to watch the movie of Bundy, not like, all the interviews and shit like that. I did see one with Bundy on it, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was, I don't know how many movies there are with Ted Bundy on. But, I've always wanted to try to do some stuff with Rose again, with the murder mystery and soul ones, but we keep saying we're going to do it, but we never fucking get to do it, do we, Rose? Maybe I should put a curse on it, I've got a book on like magic and stuff, but it's more positive magic. Maybe there's something in there. I can put a curse and fucking stick it outside their door upstairs, and as soon as I open it and touch the doll, then that curse goes over. making them quiet, giving them discipline, something like that, you know, kind of thing. I don't know if I want coffee or not. What time is it? Just recently, every time I want coffee, I think it's the milk curdles inside my stomach that makes me want to go out and have a dump. Mind you, I've been eating chocolate after I've had chocolate, then had my coffee, and it made me want to go to the loo. Well, you could turn it into a business. You know, do like with East Drive and, you know, and other places where you can like just like let people in and charge them. Because really, you're not making a profit on it, really, are you? Because like, you know, you've got to concentrate on making a little bit of money to cover the cost of electricity. You know, you're going to be using your electric, your gas to make tea, coffee, you know, possibly cook something in there. They're going to be there all night. You know, and you don't know what kind of food they're going to stuff down their faces from your cupboards. Unless you do like a stock check every morning. It's like, hey, you had 10 cakes last night, 2 packs of biscuits. God knows how many sandwiches you got. Had down your guts last night, you know. That's all money. So you've got to charge them something. I know no trick or treats for the last 3 years, actually, which is good. Because the way I feel sometimes, I just say, oh, fuck off. You're not getting that off me. You can't piss off. You know, kids have been fucking driving me insane, especially them buggers upstairs. I just tell them, I say, nope, fuck off. I don't really want to be saying that to any kids, really. To her kids, yeah. I don't think they even went out last night. No, it's just like fucking normal coffee. Like, from Lidl's, like £2 a jar or whatever. I won't pay that fucking money for it. No fucking way. There's no way I would pay fucking £400 for 30 East Drive. And the people who pay money for East Drive, it's fucking like stupid. They've got no brain cells. Because like, if you think about it, East Drive, yeah, was very active in the 60s, yeah, between the late 50s to the mid 60s, right? It was very, very active. And when they stopped doing paranormal and it kind of went quiet, because I think they sold the house, didn't they? Or they said that no, I can't remember if they said no more paranormal because it's like too intense here, or if they sold the house, or they kind of like left the house dormant for God knows how many years. And it's only within like the last so many years that, you know, it started coming back up. You know, and like, oh, you know, we've just opened up East Drive and like, you know, the activity's increased again. Well, of course it's going to fucking start up again. Now, it's been dormant for about 60 years or 40, 50 years. You know, it's given them time to build up the energy. So, yeah, it might give them activity, but how do you know it's giving them activity, you know? Maybe they might have got so pissed off that no one's been living there for like 30, 40, 50 years. They've all fucking like moved on. Said, fuck it, you know. There ain't no one here so we can like, you know, give them activity, you know. It's empty. Fuck it, we moved down the road and give someone else all the activity. And like now it's been opened up again, yeah. I'm not saying that, you know, that there ain't no spirits there, but you know, I've seen and heard from a fair amount of people where they've paid to go into East Drive again and they got fuck all out of it. I know I also said, look, you know, you can't make spirits do what they don't want to do. You know, you can't go into a haunted location and say, right, I just paid like £40 for you. Come out and do something, you know. Rattle the chains, you know, shake the door, you know, smash something, move something, you know, scream, show yourself. They ain't going to fucking do that, are they? Not unless they want to do it. A lot of spirits don't want to do it. And I've always said that, you can't make a spirit feel as if he's in a fucking circus and, they're being paid to do something. They're being made to do something. It's just bullshit. And I have had the feeling sometimes that, maybe a lot of the stuff is just pure imagination. It's with pareidolia, when you think you see something in a picture and, you think that you're seeing spirits in there. Now, there was a program on about pareidolia the other day, yeah, and I thought, well, maybe some of the stuff that you think you're seeing is pareidolia, It's certain brain cells in your brain making you think you're seeing it when you're not actually seeing it. Your brain's tricking you. So, yeah, £100 a night. Fuck that, mate. I won't pay that. Be lucky to get fucking £40 for the 4 nights. And I'd want tea, or coffee and sandwiches. And I'd be wanting to use electricity to charge up my equipment for £40 for the 4 nights. There's no way I'd be spending that money. I know a few people have gone out and paid money to go in there. And I said they got fuck all out of it. Might have had one EVP. That was it, Nothing else. Sometimes I don't think that there's a lot of paranormal activity in certain locations than people say there is. Because a lot of people don't get the proof to show that there's something in there. If you've got the proof to show that there's something in there, then fair enough. But again, if it's a photo, then that can always go back on the pareidolia again, kind of thing. Even with video, that could also make it look pareidolia. I think that's the right word, isn't it? Pareidolia. Making you think that you've seen something in a video content or photo content. Even with a group of people seeing the same thing, that could be a mass pareidolia. Because the thing is, you need to show a photo to individuals separately and alone. So, let's say like Tom got like a photo of a woman walking down the stairwell, yeah, and it showed like 6 people, but at separate times, like different locations of property. So let's say Pete got a photo which he sees an image of a woman walking down the stairs. So Pete goes up to like Deborah and shows Deborah, and Deborah says, I can see like a white figure, but that's all I can see. So she's not really actually saying it's a figure of a woman walking down the stairs, is she? She's just saying she thinks she can see like a white figure. So then Pete goes up to Jason, and Jason says, no, I'm sorry, I can't see nothing. So, okay, then Pete goes up to like Victoria, and Victoria says, it looks like a misty figure. So each one is seeing something completely different. Unless someone actually says, yeah, I can see a woman walking down the stairwell, and Pete has not even said that, he sees it, and one person out of 6 people say, yeah, I can see a woman walking down the stairwell. Are they actually like, in one way, telepathically sharing his thoughts of seeing a woman walking down the stairwell to that other person? Because if he is, why is he not sharing that thought, that telepathically thought, to the other people? And other people are saying, well, it's like a misty figure, or it's just like a mist, or it's a shadow, or another person might say, I don't see nothing. If you've got like 6 people and he's gone up to each person, you know, one by one, in different, like, you know, and kept all the other people out the other room and said, like, what do you see? And that person says, I can see a woman walking down the stairwell. Okay, right, thanks. Goes to the next person, what do you see? I can see a woman walking down the stairwell. Okay, next one says the same thing. Then, yeah, I suppose that's proof that you've caught something. But again, could it be mass telepathic pareidolia that he's actually telepathically giving to someone else? I don't know. Sometimes I feel that half the shit that I've had in here is probably my imagination. No, I don't think half the shit that's happened in here is like 100% paranormal, apart from, like, you know, the time when Pumpkinhead Perry saw a little that little girl running down the hallway, little Mary. The white figure in the kitchen that shot across the screen, shot up. People saw that one on video. That black mass, which I think was, like, you know, possibly Sandra Blaine or Elizabeth Tate, or one of them. That's probably come through. And everyone said, yeah, we can see that. You know, at least they saw it, but, you know, there's people still out there saying, well, that's pareidolia, you know, you can't prove that is a spirit, you know. Yeah, you caught something, but you can't even prove it's like a spirit or an energy form, you know. It could have just been like, you know, a flicker of your other IR light that's caused it. Which I always still say that I believe that was a spirit coming through a portal. And if they don't like it, then fucking tough shit to it, you know, kind of thing. Fucking hell, I want to charge you 200 quid a night. You know what you should have done to them? I'll give you 200 pence, yeah, not 200 quid. Fuck off. Yeah, I think that's the one, like, you know, the black eyed child that cannot chase. I was going to watch the other night, but I decided to watch something different. I decided to start watching, like, you know, the old True Murder Crimes again, you know. I just watched one and I can't remember what it's about. It's like some guy killing these women and I can't even fucking say it now. Disassembling them way back in the 70s and the 80s. And it's somewhere in America. I can't even fucking remember where it was in America now. Shut up. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, it's like a specific holiday location in America somewhere. No, it wasn't the Morris murders. It was in America somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I can't scroll back, I don't think. Oh, hang on. Tony Costa, the serial killer who dissembled his victims. It's on Our Life TV channel or YouTube channel. So I just watched that one actually. So you want to watch that one? That's that one. Tony Costa disassembled the victims' bodies. Bit of a loner. Because I was going to watch some of the other FBI files actually. I've been watching some like you know, Behind Bars. You know, I've been watching the New Detectives, the FBI files, a few other ones. I've watched a lot on Netflix over the last few weeks, actually. Because I was going to try to watch. I watched the Dharma the other night. Yeah, the documentary on where they caught him and put him in prison, and prison guard put him in one room with 2 other convicts, and the one black guy went in the back into the bathroom with some mops, and he killed that guy. And he came out and he started talking to Dharma about killing black people. And I don't know if the black guy said something about like one of the black victims was his brother or something. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. But they was in the actual like room where they do the fitness with like barbells, and all that kind of stuff. Well, the black guy actually bashed Dharma's head in with a metal pipe, didn't he? Smashed him, like caved his fucking head in. And there is a video about the black guy killing Dharma, which I want to watch, because then they can tell me exactly why he killed him. I don't know if he killed him because Dharma killed mostly black people, or if one of the victims was possibly the black guy who was in prison. I don't know. So I do want to watch that one. So I was watching, those ones. I wanted to watch who was it? The other one, Killer Clown one. Well, actually, there's a few Killer Clown ones, isn't there? Really. I wanted to watch a couple of those ones, but it started getting a bit too late. But I'm still watching a few more. I wouldn't mind, doing what we used to do. Like me and Rose do some like more videos like that, but I don't think Rose is up to it. And if she was, we'll have to do a lot of research on them like we used to. We didn't just like think of one, like like say like one of the serial killers like Jack the Ripper, and like just suddenly start talking about it. We did actually watch videos on it and kind of like researched it and spoke about it, and then we had a lot of people on the side chat, kind of like jumping in and interacting and getting involved in it as well. I miss those days, actually. I might go back on some of those and watch some of those videos, but some of them like too bloody long, like 8 hours. If it was like a couple of hours, then I wouldn't mind watching them again. But if it's 8 hours, I don't think I could watch a whole 8-hour video of mine. It bore me to fucking tears, man. It would, it. I'd be fucking like an old Steve, you talk a lot. Yeah. I don't even know how long I've been fucking streaming for, actually. Hour and a half. I know with me, a couple of my other videos that I did live, I actually took them down because I found that they're boring. But any of those doesn't want to do them, then I probably might try doing them myself, I've been trying to keep up with a little bit more of the news about the Russian and Ukraine war. I reckon a lot of people are seeing a lot of UFO activity over in Ukraine and Russia at the moment. Maybe the aliens are fucking flying around watching what's going on and thinking, well, do we really want to make peace with, like, this planet, or shall we just sit there and, watch it as if it's like a fucking documentary or something, Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, wait till the new year, then we'll have to have a chat about it. So I wouldn't mind doing some more of those. I think they actually found a bit more evidence under Alicia Lamb, didn't they? So I'm sure there's another documentary on there. Or the Cecil Hotel, one of the two. They found that there was more criminal evidence that they unearthed at the Cecil Hotel. But I know there's like fucking hundreds of people out there, you know, that done serial killings that I probably like want to talk about and find out, you know, who their victims were. No, I'm not going to be sitting here, you know, trying to communicate with them like we used to. It'd just be talking about, you know, who they killed, you know, did they find their bodies, how awful it was, you know, how they found the guy who done all the, you know, the killings, and if he was ever caught and, you know, put in prison, all that kind of stuff. Just a general chat. Now, I'm not going to be doing like any ghost box or Ouija boards on them, I don't think. You know, I'll have to think about it. Because how do we know that we was actually speaking to any of them spirits that we did? You know, like Alicia Lamb and Sandra Blaine and Elizabeth Tate and all that kind of stuff, yeah? It could just be like, you know, a spirit that knew them and was just like passing on either truthful or bullshit information towards us through the spirit realm, you know. I know Abby used to be on, you know, like very helpful with, you know, communicating with people who had deceased family members, and, you know, gave me information on certain stuff, you know, to some of the viewers, and some of the viewers will, well, what the fuck, how did he know that, you know, kind of thing. Oh, I've got to take my tablet, I keep forgetting about my headache tablet. I had a headache for an hour, and I still ain't taken it. You probably get your stuff by next year, Rose. I'll try to get it done by next year. When next year? No. So I want to get the stuff fucking sorted out, but every time I go to do it, you know, I'll get distracted with something completely different, either through them fucking shitheads upstairs, or, you know, I need to go out and do something, or, you know, I need to go and do some shopping, or, you know, need to do like my fucking laundry, or I just kind of like, you know, just forget all about it. Also, right, I've got trying to find the cost of the postage as well. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know what the weight is going to be. No, these cameras I've been using, the Wi-Fi ones, I don't even use them anymore. Still got, you know, like 5 of my DVR ones working, but 3 of them don't work anymore. Needs new cables, which I'm not going to bother. Once they all start dying out one by one, I just ain't going to bother with DVR, CCTV. It's not really seeing much in here anyway. No, I don't really take much notice of it. Just wasting electricity, you know, with Wi-Fi ones and the ones you sent me up, and the ones I originally had, don't even use anymore. They're just sitting on the side doing nothing. Probably might get them back up and running one day, but when, I don't know. Can't remember what website I had to sign up to get the cameras working again. Go have a shave at the end of the week. Just shave around the side and trim this up a bit, ready for the old court appearance. Well, not me, but, you know, for the court jury, which I'm going to be on. Make myself a little bit more kind of like respectable. No, I've not even really watched any YouTube channels on any kind of like paranormal stuff. I don't know if there's any new groups out there, but I've not been bothered watching anything paranormal whatsoever. Just the crime stuff, you know. So I've been watching. Anything to do like, you know, ghost, spirits, hauntings, you know, angels, demons, all that kind of stuff. I've not watched at all for fucking several months. Seems like I kind of like lost interest in it, really. No, that's more like meditation, isn't it, really? I can't get into meditation. Tried it before with like flowing rivers. You know, although I like to go along the river and like, you know, and look at it and listen to it and see what's inside it, you know, kind of thing. That's kind of like, I can't fucking pronounce that word. Pediatrical, whatever it's fucking called. You know, it kind of like soothes your body down and like relaxes you and takes the stress and anxiety and depression away sometimes. But I'd rather be there, you know, sitting here listening to like pitter patter raindrops and thunderstorms and shit like that. I can't be bothered. It just seems like a waste of time. Now I've got me blood pressure pills actually. There's supposed to be side effects actually. They said like swelling in the mouth or on the lips, or I ain't got none of that. They said like probably swell ankles, you know, none of that's happening yet. I've taken like a couple of weeks worth already. And the only thing that's been kind of like side effects me on that is when I take them and lay down, within about 10 minutes, it feels like my chest is like getting pressure on it. It's like, you know, it's like when you have like hay fever, you know, you get that heaviness on your chest and you've got to take asthma pump. Well, it's a bit like that. It feels like someone like, you know, kind of like sitting on your chest in one way and you're kind of like gasping for, you know, that breath. But I know it's to do with the tablets and I don't really take much notice of it. I can't just lay there in 5 minutes. I'm fucking sleeping, you know, kind of thing. And they do say that they will help you sleep, you know, they will make you drowsy. So like after about 5-10 minutes of like having pressure on your chest, I know it's not a heart attack or, you know, anything like that. I know it's like a side effect of the medication. And within about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm asleep. I still wake up in the morning, a couple of times. And yeah, if the old noise kicks in upstairs, they decide to wake me up. I've got earbuds, so I'll stick a pair of them in. That kind of like drown. It doesn't get rid of all the noise depending on how loud they are, but it kind of like really lowers it down. Unless I like they fucking bang around like a herd of elephants, then yeah, it woke me up. But you know, I stick them in my ears, kind of helps. But I'll only put them in my ears if I wake up. So like if I wake up about 6 o'clock and I know they're going to be awake around about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and you know, if it's just go to the bathroom and come back out, if I think about it, I'll stick them in. I'll stick the old earbuds in. And I've been sleeping quite a fucking lot of time, man. Like, you know, although sometimes I don't go to bed till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes, like, even waking up and going out to the bathroom and coming back, I'm sleeping up till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, because they fucking, like, really do help you sleep. It's probably why my eyes are a bit more better now, because, like, before I started taking them, my eyes were all kind of swollen up and, you know, I was getting, like, itchy eyes and watery eyes, and I did buy some, like, you know, eye drops and stuff like that, but I only used it a couple of times. And it kind of like helped with the eyes, you know, I don't want so swollen and baggy. Yeah, my eyes have been a bit better now. And they're not itching and like, you know, making me rub them like they were a few weeks ago. I think someone said to me, like, high blood pressure can cause your eyes to itch and irritate as well. But I don't know if it's true or not. Anyway, I'm going to go. I've been on God knows how long. Hour and 40 minutes. Too long for me. I'm going to go and watch a quick video. And probably another one of those crime ones, or maybe, I don't know yet. Might try and look for that I Killed Dharma, or whatever it is. Let's see what I'm finding. I Killed Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, there's a cut of small videos. About 8 minutes. There's one, Jeffrey Dahmer, Death Explained. Jeffrey Dahmer reacting to getting confronted by his victims. I think, like, the ones about who killed Jeffrey Dahmer are only between 3 minutes and 8 minutes long. Like little snippets. And there's one there which is 120 minutes. Or 1 hour, 20 minutes. Well, I ain't going to watch that one. Too long. Probably watch a couple of smaller ones for about 3 or 4 minutes long. It's all going to probably be about the same shit anyway. Then I might watch... I'm trying to find the film, the actual original film on Ted Bundy, where he's dressed up as a clown, and it shows you the victims, that he actually went and killed. Like the one I watched the other night, he only showed you probably about 4 or 5 of his victims out of the hundreds of how many he's supposed to have killed. I'll check that out. Like, have you got any the other ones like I just mentioned? Bundy. Oh, I was also watching, John Wayne Casey. I was watching the other night as well. One of his movies, like the small one. That's the one I was meant to be saying, not Bundy. Mate, Casey. Watched one of these ones the other day. John Wayne Gacy. But I want to find the Bundy one, like the movie, and the original movie on John Wayne Gacy. I know there's like 2 or 3 different movies, isn't there, under Gacy. When I tried looking for a movie, it's all fucking documentaries. I want the movies. Well, I'm going to go. I'm getting tired. I'm just going to watch a couple of small videos and probably go to bed. I'm kind of hungry as well, actually. I might make a sandwich. I had some cold chicken wings from Lidl's today. I mean, like, you only get like about 10 small chicken wings, and that's like £2.50. So I ate half those today. Couple of bags of crisps, bit of cheese. Rye bread, that's what I was talking about earlier. Rye bread, the fibre with I have like rye bread with cheese and ham on it. I'm supposed to have like butter on it, but I keep forgetting to buy the butter. do need to go and buy butter. Usually I'll go to Pound and get like great fucking tub of butter for £1 in there. But I keep forgetting to go up there and getting it. But I never used to eat a lot of butter. Butter. But I know Marge is like butter, but I prefer butter rather than Marge. But there's certain butters I won't eat, like Stalk. Never really liked that one. I like my butter kind of creamy and not hard, where you've got to like try to spread it across the bread and the bread just like disintegrates. If it's like nice soft butter and you can just like run it over, that's the kind of butter I like. Right, okay then. Good night, everyone. I'll catch you all later. When that'll be, I don't know. I just thought I'd do one tonight, as my last couple I deleted anyway, but I'll probably keep this one up. But yeah, I don't really get many views anyway. I don't get many views on here much now anyway, so it don't really bother me. Dr. William Palmer. What did he do? William Palmer, was he a serial killer? So I like the serial killer ones actually more than anything else. There's a interrogation of the child killer, Mark Bridger. Didn't go through, that's why. Hold on. Why did he not copy? Oh, I think I've seen that one. He's a poison, isn't he, from like the early Victorian times. Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Bit like, like around about near, not too near, but, close to the Victorian Jack the Ripper, aren't it, really? I just like sometimes put serial killer in YouTube. Charles Cullen, The Good Nurse. Kenneth Bianchi, what was his name? And Angelo Bunio, Hillside Stranglers. Oh, I like the ones where it's like a documentary, but more of a story. It's showing you where he meets up the people and he takes them to a location and kills them. And then it kind of like jumps up to the next victim. That's the ones I like to see, I don't want to see the ones where like they're just sitting there talking about it and showing little clips. I like to see the ones which more of a kind of a movie documentary. That's the ones I really like. So, like, if you know any of those, leave them in the comment, after this video. That's the kind of ones I like, where it's either a movie or a documentary where they're showing you him and the victim, and they're telling you all about the victim, where the victim come from, what he did to the victim, and where the body was found, that kind of stuff. So if you got any of those, just leave in the comments after this, which is now ending. So cheers for watching, everyone. Have a good week, and I'll catch you whenever I decide to come on next, I suppose. I've been doing more gaming, so you can always check out my gaming channel. But for now, I'm going to go and grab a little bite to eat and watch couple of videos before I go to bed. Right, like you all. Good night. Bye for now.